right now. If you're watching the VOD, how you doing today? We are going to be talking about Crown the Empire. They returned as a duo, and people are not a fan of the music nor the humans. We're going to talk about Rip and Dip DMCAing, copyright claiming a small artist because they think they own cat designs. We're going to be talking about Electric Callboy. They kind of self-induced a little bit of drama. I didn't even really look into it, admittedly, so we're going to look into that. And then, of course, Ice 9 Kills. There was just a Reddit post I saw on, I think it was r/metalcore. Basically, something about them not being fans of how commercial they sound now. So we're just going to have a conversation around Ice 9 Kills, see what the Reddit post is about. See if it's a, just worth conversation. And overall, we're going to have a good time. Chat, how we doing? Who's here? Who's with us? Jacka, Ores, Cattle Dog, Jenny, Ghost. What up? What up? What up? New plush? Yeah. Okay. Check it. Yo, Slam. Check it. Look what we got, bro. Pretty cute. Now, yo, serial killer. What kind of cereal we killing, my goat? Thanks for the follow. So this right here, guess what? I won this bitch in a crane game. Oh, crane game. It's not mine. It's my girl's. It's just down here for the fucks. Yo, Audrey, what up? It's just here for the fucks. And I'm very proud of it. I won this, and I also won a Rowlet off of a crane game. I never win those shits. But, I'm good at pretty much every game I touch ever in existence. So why are we all that surprised? I don't know. Anyway, guys, how we doing? How we feeling? Welcome to Sunday night stream. Tell me what's happened over the weekend for you guys. Is there any Vizzy news? I visited my family in Jersey. It was a good time. We did some play testing for the on-stream game. If there's time at the end, maybe we could fuck around and do it today on stream if you guys want. What did I do? Oh my god. Actually, you know what happened today? Oh my god. Hold on. Fucking pause the music. I might have ruined my little brother's Fortnite. The woman with the one leg, I think her name was Eileen. All right, buddy. Okay. I can't believe bro. Yo, Serial W first message. What up, baby? Classic good one. I went to the arcade last week and I spent all my credits on a candy machine. Won nothing, by the way. Dude, I am stacking up my tickets. How's the Platinum Nuzlocke going? We're going live early on Tuesday to try to fucking beat that shit. Listen. Oh, wait, are you saying that because I didn't beat the Nuzlocke? Because I said I'm good at every game? Okay, Cattle Dog, go fuck yourself. Cattle Dog, I feel like timing you out for 48 hours, but I won't. Avery, what up, baby? Welcome in. So I might have ruined my brother. Okay, no. I think I accidentally made it so my brother can never play Fortnite again. Is that a good way to phrase it? Okay, my mom thinks Fortnite is Mortal Kombat. So basically what happened was this morning I was at my mom's crib and I was playing. Okay, by the way, my brother's like 10. So this morning, me and my one of my brothers were playing Mortal Kombat, right? And he was so excited to show my mom how gory and gruesome it is. We were playing Mortal Kombat 11. And he did the fatality, the Baraka fatality, where he like rips off the face and he takes out the brain and then like stabs the brain and eats it. And he's showing my mom so excitedly. By the way, this brother I'm talking about, 28. We're 2 years apart. And he's like, isn't that crazy, Mom? Isn't that crazy? She watched the full like match and she was like, like she does not like Mortal Kombat, fellas. She kept saying, oh, that's disgusting. Oh, this is gross. And then she realized, she was like, wait a second. Does your little brother play this game with you guys? And we're like, yeah. Because he was playing with us literally last night. And she goes, oh my God, what is this game called? What is this game? I go, Fortnite. I don't know why. I was like, yeah, this game is Fortnite. She's like, I gotta call your stepfather. I thought he was 11. No, he has to be 10. Yo, Hillside, thank you for the follow. So she calls my stepfather. She's like, does this kid play Fortnite? And he's like, yeah, and I play with him. Why? She's like, how can you let him play this game? It's disgusting. Blah, 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 blah. And she's just going on and on. She's going crazy at my stepfather for allowing my little brother to be playing Fortnite, but it's actually Mortal Kombat. And now I'm curious to know what's going to happen later. Yeah, I wasn't playing Mortal Kombat at 8. What do you mean? Funny enough, MK isn't Fortnite. I know. Damn, 85. Oh, you watched the VOD, didn't you? Lazy Guitars with the follow it up. I wonder what happened if be playing Street Fighter. Yo, Z, what up? Z. Welcome in, everybody. How we doing? Happy Sunday. So yeah, I might have accidentally made it so my brother can never play Fortnite again. Sunday! Alkaline Trio review win? I'm not sure. I gave them, maybe gave 2 songs a chance, but I wasn't too into it. I'm down to give them another chance, though. What's the long story short? Long story short, me and my brother were playing Mortal Kombat. My mom saw how gory and gruesome it was and she knows that my younger brother, who's 10, played this game with us. By the way, I should mention, whenever a fatality or an x-ray happens, my 10-year-old brother, he's scared of it. He just looks away. Like literally he'll hit the L1, R1 and be like, tell me when it's over. Turns around and then like the x-ray happens and we're like, okay, it's over. And he's like, okay. And he gets right back into it. He doesn't even like the maps with like the, Yo, Gerald, what up? Your red hair is fire, by the way, Gerald. Fire. So yeah, and I told my mom that the game is called Fortnite. So now she's going to tell my little brother, without context, you're never allowed to play Fortnite again. Imagine he finds out it's not actually Fortnite. I'm excited for the story. Anyway. Yo, Cake! To be fair, Fortnite is really starting to die, so she can put... Well, I don't know. Oh my god, I love Pokemon Champions. You know, he's actually really good at Pokemon Unite, surprisingly. Do friendships on your bro? That's actually so cute. You're right. Is he gonna be getting a call midstream? Oh man, I gotta give you guys the update as to what happens tomorrow. Actually, so apparently this season I don't play Fortnite. I've played it a handful of times. I think I played it with chat like a few times. I'm just not a big fan. It's just not for me. But apparently this season is really good because they added sprites. And my little brother, he's so fucking cute, man. My little brother, he's such a pussy. He collects all the sprites. And if you don't know, sprites are essentially like in-game upgrades. So like maybe you could double jump, you higher chance of better loot, X, Y, and Z. There's a burnt peanut sprite for my burnt peanut fellas. And he's such a pussy because when you die with the sprite, you lose the sprite. So he never brings the sprite with him on field. He just wants to collect a bunch of sprites just to look at it. It's really cute. It's really cute. This season is pretty fun. There's a burnt peanut sprite. What's little Vizzy's favorite MK character? He likes Sub-Zero. You know, okay, the only reason... Okay, I have tried Mortal Kombat X and Mortal Kombat 11 multiple times. By the way, I love... For anybody that don't know, I love fighting games. I play Street Fighter 3 every fucking day. I play Third Strike every fucking day. And a lot of people keep saying how good MK11 is, and I remember playing it and I'm like, I don't like it. So my father has it for his PS5 and I decided to give it a chance over the weekend, and man, it is good. It is good. And bro, the Collector, such a cool character. I really fuck with Collector. I don't know how many of you guys who here fucks with Mortal Kombat. I still got to see the newer movie. I like the horse dude when I play Motoro. I had an older cousin who always said I cheated. Why? Because you spammed. Towers of Time is the best in MK11. Really? Who do you guys mean? I really fuck with Collector. I have Mortal Kombat 1, like MK1, the latest one, and I had fun, but I guess it got stale for me pretty quickly. Maybe I should try to pick it back up. You ready for Avatar Fighting Legend? Brother, when Avatar Fighting Legends comes out, oh my god, I'm gonna be all over that shit. All over that shit. In which MK? MK11. Third Strike is peak, but USF4 might be even better. Am I bugging? USF4. What is that? Ultimate Street Fighter 4? Nah, man. Yo, Third Strike is too perfect of a fighting game. Street Fighter 4 was fun, but damn. Yo, Yan, what up? You got Sub-Zero and Noob Saibot? That is so cool. That is so cool. I really fuck with a hype train just started in my channel. Oh, that's cool. We have what do you call it? I fuck with an MK9. I fucked with that game heavy. I really liked Ermac. And MK1, the latest one, I really like Reptile. Street Fighter 3, my main is Alex. I love grappling. Jade, I know basic, and Fujin is cool. I made Fujin in Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Jade, I think out of all like the lady ninjas or whatever, I think Jade is actually the coolest. Aaron Black. Oh yeah, I tried Aaron Black. He was so cool. Nightwolf is cool. Yep, I love Nightwolf. I made Nightwolf in MK3. Katana, I believe, was a good character. It don't matter. Scarlet is cool too, man. Scarlet in MK11 was so fun. It said roster and focus mechanic, but Third Strike has parrying. I know. I somewhat okay. So I'm pretty new to fighting games. Serial Killer. Just for context, I'm semi new. Like I've been playing forever, but I think I've been taking it kind of serious when I did a trip to Ohio. My brother lives in Ohio, and we were just playing fighting games for like, I shit you not, bro, it had to have been 20 hours. I played like every obscure fighting game he owned. Plasma Sword was so fucking fun. Power Stone, so fun. Of course, MVC 2. I used to play that heavily when I was younger. So I casual player, but then after visiting him, I took Tekken 8. I picked up Tekken 8 and Third Strike, and those games I take very seriously. I really wish that Plasma Sword had a stronger community. And you know what's a slept on fighting game? Last thing, and then we'll get into news. A slept on fighting game has to be Sonic the Fighters. I don't like, okay, as a fighting game, is it that great? Probably not, right? But it's just, I don't know. It's just so cool. It's so fun. I think the potential for a competitive scene is there. There is like a very cult following, cult audience. I'm in a Discord and people do like to play it. Like I be getting like pinged to play a lot. But that game is just so fucking fun. Guilty Gear. Oh man, I played, which Guilty Gear? I've only played one Guilty Gear game and I liked it a lot. It was for my GameCube. I forget the one it was. Guilty Gear XX some shit. I have it on my wish list. I was considering picking that up. I mainly play Pokemon, but I do love some Street Fighter and MK. Ooh, what's your favorite Pokemon game? I've only played Strive, Killer Instinct. Oh my god, Killer Instinct is so good. Like, I think I used to play it for SNES when I was a kid, and even the latest one. I know it's old now, but that shit, I love the combo system. It was so ass, but it's stupidly fun. But it's ass in a good way. Injustice, oh man, I would rock, bro. I don't give a fuck who's in this chat. I will absolutely mollywop you in Injustice. My Batman and my Aquaman are fucking diabolical. And both Injustice 1 and 2. Rocky boxing game? I haven't done that one. Old Nintendo? Which one? I played Injustice 1, but yeah, I was absolutely, oh my god, I don't know how many of you guys know this story. I was so confident during the Injustice 1 era. I was so confident at that game. So confident. I had one homie. He's actually like popular on Instagram now, tattoo artist. His name is Narnia Inc. I think his realism or something is good. I have a few tattoos by him when he first started. I was like one of his guinea pigs. And the tattoo shop owner was also very confident in Mortal Kombat or in Injustice rather. So we start so through Narnia, I'm like, yeah, I'd easily clap your boss's cheeks. Easily. So he says we were like contacting each other through him. Narnia goes, bro, shop closes at 9 this Tuesday. Pull up. My boss wants to have a $100 money match with you. I'm like, okay. Easy hundo. Easy. No way I'm going to lose. I'm practicing all fucking week. I'm ready to just rip the $100 out of this dickhead's hand. Bro, I got obliterated. I was humbled. Humbled, brother. Humbled. I was so salty that I lost $100. Remember Def Jam? Oh my God. Def Jam, Vendetta, and Fight for New York. I was disappointed when Icon came out. But Fight for New York and Vendetta were so fun. So fun. Bro, true story. Redman is in Def Jam. My father. Now, Redman, he's from Newark, New Jersey. My father always chilled in Newark. He was from like a town over. Redman comes to our crib once. We're literally playing Def Jam. And he picks himself, obviously. That shit was so... And by the way, I was a kid. I didn't realize how iconic Redman was until a lot older. And I'm like, wow, that's a fever dream. That's a fever dream. And he still says he's the best at every game he touches. Okay, eat my ass. Eat my ass. Same experience with your friend in Mario Kart? Oh, man. I'm nasty at Mario Kart. I really am. That is a game I'm like Mario Kart Tour. My brother owns the game. He can't beat me. My only experience with it is every time I go to Target, me and my girl, we gotta fuck with that Switch 2 demo. We have to. We have to. So we just every time we go to Target, we play Mario Kart Tour. Anyway, chat, who's ready to get into the news? One in chat, who's awake? Who's with us? We've had a fuckload of people joining the Discord lately. We got to do something special when we hit 1,000 members. Jacka! One time I thought I was cooking in Mario Kart 8, but I had the drift assist thing on. Oh, man. Ghost! We up. We awake. We alive. And we are live. Play Roblox. I don't know if Roblox would be the move. Cattle Dog! Water chat. Who's awake? Who's up? Who's ready for some news? What should we start with here? We got a few options, huh? Once met Sauce walk on accident when picking up a sack. What do you mean? Wait, what? Okay, what does that mean? Picking up a sack? Like a ball sack? What do you mean picking up a sack? Is that what the fuck does that mean, brother? What kind of sacks we picking up here? We were buying from the same guy? Oh, like drugs. A sack of potatoes and the potatoes are drugs? Oh, like drugs. My bad. So wait. So is sack like slang for drugs? Is it slang for drugs? Guys, let's get into some fucking news. I kind of want to start with the RIPNDIP stuff. Just because I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Can we start with that? Let's start with that. Let me open up my tabs here. What is that? Okay. So if you don't know, RIPNDIP is a clothing brand that's like marketed towards skaters, and they're very popular in Zoomies. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like RIPNDIP had a huge part in like Zoomies' rise. Obviously, Zoomies was popping before RIPNDIP, but like I feel like that's when things really took off. And it's like I know you've seen it. RIPNDIP is like, you know, the pocket tee with the cat, and then you pull down the pocket, and it's the cat like flipping you off. I'll just show you a picture. I don't know why I'm yapping. Hang on. Rip and dip. This shit right here. It's the thumbnail of this VOD. It's that brand? Yeah, this brand. It's this shit right here. I know you guys seen it. I know you guys have seen it. There's no way you haven't. So apparently they are copyright claiming, DMCAing or some shit, like a small artist, because they think they think this bro, they think this is worth a copyright claim for whatever reason. Oh, you got a cat? Oh, you got a cat in your shit? Sniped. But the internet is absolutely clowning on them. And apparently skaters don't like rip and dip or something. So let's go over like not only this controversy, but just like in general, I want to see what like skaters feel about this brand, because I did see a Reddit post, something about like, oh, why is this brand so controversial? So let's do kind of like a surface level dive on this brand, on this story, and let's just, you know, point and laugh at them a little bit, because they actually did come out with a statement saying like, oh, we didn't know, but like they definitely did know. Like they went the full extent of making fun of this artist. So let's get into it. I can go over why in general if you want. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for it. In fact, Jacka, yeah, just drop why. I'm curious to see what you have to say about it. And when we read the story, just see like, I guess as our skater fellow, like what's accurate and what's not. Your cat passed? Dude, I'm sorry. Was it recent? Octavia? Damn. Taking a shot for her. Oh my God, I have soju. I forgot I have soju. Should we be drinking right now? Should we be drinking right now? Let's go over the story and then maybe we'll pop out the soju. I'll take a shot for your for Octavia too. All right, so the story starts with Pigeon Child. Tim Pigeon Child, commissions open for June and July. So this is, I guess, like an artist, a smaller artist. Oh, damn. Bigger than I thought. 25K followers. So yeah, you know, we got a small artist here. And they tweeted out at RIPNDIP. You guys think you own every stylized cat on the blah, blah. All right, let me reread that. Holy shit. I'm reading it like I'm a fucking idiot. Excuse me. At RIPNDIP. You guys think you own every stylized cat design on the internet? Fuck you. And then he attached, I guess, this notice he received from Redbubble. Hi, Tim. We're sorry, but we had to remove your artwork from the Redbubble marketplace under our IP and publicity rights policy because we received a complaint from someone alleging that your artwork violates their rights. More information. Rights holder, RIPNDIP. Subject matter, RIPNDIP. Affected artwork. And then this was, again, the artwork, which is literally just it's a cute little cat with a halo that is split in half. She died yesterday? Oh my God, I'm sorry, dude. So ironically, RIPNDIP was traced as stolen art from multiple. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. I gotta pin this so we can like get back to this. Hold on. I'm gonna pin this in the chat for a second, just so I could finish up this story, and then before reading the Reddit post, we're gonna go ahead and read what you said and look into that. Now, obviously, the internet is on Pigeon Child's side. Wow, these guys are actually fucking scum. I'm betting money on this being an attempt at a viral marketing campaign. File a complaint against them for abusing DMCA. It comes with extremely harsh penalties, and since you're losing money over their behavior, you have a case. brand account. Okay. Now, things get really fucking weird really fucking quick. Because Rip and Dip, after seeing all the backlash, they tweeted out this. A letter to Pigeon Child. Now, notice there is a fucking, what is this? Like a context summary thing? Like, I'm sure you guys know, but Twitter X has like this thing where it's like, oh, this is false, or oh, here's context, or oh, this is bullshit, whatever. And it's gonna be funny. So Rip and Dip emails Pigeon Child and says, hey man, just wanted to clear something up because I think there was a misunderstanding. At Rip and Dip, we deal with so much counterfeit and infringing IP across the internet that so much of our enforcement is automated. Stuff gets flagged constantly, and neither I nor anyone on my team manually targeted your artwork, which again, this is about to be extremely hilarious in like 2 seconds. We honestly had no idea your Redbubble listing had even been affected until everything started blowing up on X. The claim was an automated mistake, not a personal attack on you. Again, keep this in mind. We're already reversing it. Unfortunately, it's the weekend, so the service that handles the automated system won't be back until tomorrow, but we've already instructed them to remove the claim as soon as they're online. It's not our artwork, and we apologize for the inconvenience. This automated system made a mistake, and we're correcting it as quickly as possible. Anyway, I just wanted you to know exactly what happened from our side. Have a great day. And you, from the outside, you think, okay, valid. It was a mistake. Automated systems, blah, blah, blah. But if you read this thingy right here, where is it? Contrary to claims of an automated DMCA mistake with no manual involvement, Rip and Dip promoted the artwork, set it as their profile picture, and mocked the artist. Okay? If you don't know what's happening, bro, the internet is forever. You fucked up. Look at this shit. Yo, Frick, what up, baby? So, Rip and Dip, after, okay, here's what really baffles me. Rip and Dip confidently thought that they were cooking with this DMCA. They confidently thought that, yeah, the entire internet is going to be on our side. It's baffling. Rip and Dip actually changed their fucking profile picture to the copyrighted design. A new X exclusive is dropping today. All new artwork, limited release. Stay tuned. Okay? The promoted artwork was created by Pigeon Child, whose Redbubble merch Rip and Dip issued a DMCA takedown for. Okay? Next slide. Hashtag new profile picture. Okay, again, change your profile picture to the design. And I don't know what this means. Oh, Rip and Dip tweets out. Wait, hold on. Let me make my thing smaller. That's too small, right? Rip and Dip tweets out, I'm back, baby. And I guess the context here is this account was temporarily suspended after backlash over a disputed DMCA takedown on an independent artist, unrelated cat design, and a mocking reply to the criticism. So as you can see, oh shit, sorry, there's one more. They also tweeted out, respect your elders. And they like quote tweeted the initial fucking tweet where they're like, oh my God, holy shit. Why can't I fucking talk today? Rip and Dip also tweeted out, respect your, oh my God, I'm about to crash the fuck out. Why can't I talk today? Holy shit. Rip and Dip also tweeted out, respect your elders, as they were quote tweeting that initial one where Pigeon Child basically said, fuck you for the copyright claim. And this is just digging them an entirely deeper hole. You can't talk every day. I know. You already took that shot? No. No. My yapping has been nerfed. I know, bro. It's funniest millennial dude weed humor ever. Oh, hold on. Looking at their website, it's the unfunniest millennial dude weed humor ever. Keep in mind, this is a brand that is extremely pushed by Zoomies. Like, I'm gonna keep it about. If you shop at Zoomies, that is you. You are the unfunny millennial dude weed humor guy. What the fuck is Zoomies? Zoomies is an overpriced skatewear retail shop that is, again, just marketed towards, like, it feels like Zoomies is for the kids that graduated Hot Topic. Yo, Gerald, LARP Sahur store, yeah. I thought you meant Zoomers. No. It's a corporate version of your local skateboard shop, 100%. If you want to spend $300 on like XXXL baggy jeans with like some ugly fucking graffiti logo on it, go to Zoomies. If you want to spend like $200 on a gold chain that is gold plated, go to Zoomies. Wearing affliction should be punishable by death. I bought my RIPNDIP shirt from a Romanian skate store at least years ago. Yeah, there was a point where like RIPNDIP was extremely poppin' and it was like the cool thing to wear. But like over time, you kind of just see how like Zoomies is just some like corporate dog shit that like, I don't know. They try to market themselves as like, yeah, we're the staple skate shop. Because I forget, you could actually buy skateboards there and shit. Spencer's because they always have the stupidest bullshit in there. I like Spencer's when I visited the US. Yeah, okay. So it feels like, it kind of feels like, okay, for my age at least, when I was a kid, you shop at Hot Topic. Okay, then you slowly, if you want like the funnier, like weed humor shit, you go to Spencer's. Then eventually you graduate to like Zoomies and PacSun. And then you realize that shopping at Zoomies is fucking retarded. And you realize that PacSun, they have cool shit, but then you just go somewhere else. I go to banned merch sites. That's the fucking ticket right there. PacSun is expensive as fuck. Here's the thing, they are. But brother, you find some goods if you go to the clearance aisle. You really do. Like I got like maybe three shirts for with the discount. It was like $15 a piece. So anyway, now let's read this pinned comment really quick. Before we get into that Reddit post about like this brand being controversial, I have a chat I wanted to read. So ironically, well, hold on, I'll just show it. So ironically, RIPNDIP has traced and stolen art from multiple indie artists without their permission. So for him to DMCA is really fucking funny. The founder, Ryan O'Connor, is a real piece of shit. He fucked over the friend who helped make the brand and the first skaters, and the founder, Ryan, is also accused of abusing his ex-girlfriend. Now, that is from Jacka in chat. That is, yeah, very ironic, very insane. And by the way, you know what? Before reading that, before getting to that Reddit post, I did want to read this too. Pigeon Child responded to absolutely everything. In all seriousness, thank you so much for the support. Super appreciated. I realize the apology is half-baked and only covers the DMCA part, but the backpedal is so funny that I don't care. What a good fucking sport. What a good fucking sport. I no longer make my own merch, but am always looking for new opportunities. Love, Tim. What a good fucking sport. Now let's get into that Reddit post, which I thought I bookmarked. I thought I put it in my notes here. But I guess I didn't. It's okay. It wasn't hard to find. Rip and dip controversy. It's funny because it's a rule if Ryan and Rip and Dip backpedal, then you've won. Is it? That's great. So on r/new skaters, why Rip and Dip is so why is Rip and Dip so controversial? Let's see the answers. It's been a long time, but of the things I remember, it was being in Zoomies, putting dumb sexist stuff on their shirts, not being owned by actual skaters, and stealing ideas. There's some info here. Oh, and then there's an edit. Oh, and the owner beating his girlfriend allegedly. So pretty much what Jack has said. What is this link? Let's see. Okay. Topic. What company would you never rep/support and why? Let's see. Where was it? Rip and Dip, more childish graphics, and I heard the owner is a very cool person and has bad allegations against him. Hang on. Is there any like... Hang on. Is there like a video we could watch or something? It's like Rolling Stones suing the Verve over Bittersweet Symphony, but the Stones got sued for the same song the Verve were influenced by. They're so known for doing it. Hell yes, I was reading forum thread where we were reading forum threads. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big forums guy. Like it feels like just it's so ugly. It's kind of just a forum thread. Yeah, like it's kind of fucking. I actually, you know what I remember? I remember Nate the Mate. He has a thing called Modern Business, a channel called Modern Business, and I'm pretty sure he did like a Zoomies video. Let me see. I'm like so positive. Largely, yeah. When Google can't answer your question, yeah. All right, let's see. Let's just kind of skip ahead to like, let's see if he gives us any information here. We're skipping over to the Rip and Dip portion.
Direction they give you is legitimate. However, when you go into Zoomies, the salesperson helping you pick out skate stuff and recommending skate products likely doesn't skate. So the advice and recommendations they give you will be way less valuable than if you went to a local skate shop. And on top of this, people also complain that Zoomies doesn't even carry the brands that most skaters love. This is because they naturally gravitate toward the huge brands they can order in bulk from. In these days, those brands include companies like RIPNDIP and Thrasher. But at the same time, several of the brands they carry aren't even skate brands, which makes skaters not want to support them even more. And the real question at the end of the day is this hate warranted? And after attempting to see Zoomies from the eyes of a dedicated skateboarder...
Oh, I guess this is more about Zoomies than Rip and Dip. Obviously, right? It's called Zoomies, why they're hated. You know what? We should be reacting to more Nate's stuff. He has like good shit. But yeah, I don't know. I guess there's not a real like I want to see like what designs they ripped from. What is this? Okay, here we go. We got a TikTok, boys. We got a TikTok. We got a TikTok. Let's see what this TikTok got to say. Why you shouldn't feel bad that Rip and Dip fell off. All right, what's this got to say? Might be loud.
I'm sure many of you know Rip and Dip, this naughty cat flipping us off, right? I'm going to tell you a little bit why it fell off and why we shouldn't feel bad. So, the owner of Rip and Dip.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Side note, I fucking hate this mic. I fucking hate this mic. I got the same one. They market it as like affordable and great quality, but goddamn is it ass. I hate it.
Ryan O'Connor is just a piece of shit.
Oh.
He is an abuser of women. You can pause and read what this is his ex-girlfriend that he abused.
Wait, hold on. Can we read that? It might be too small. It might be too small. Hold on. Dude, I don't. She says we can pause and read it, but goddamn, that bitch is small. Hold up. Is there any way to make this? Oh wait, I could download the video. TikTok's never wrong. Don't worry.
I'm sure many of you know.
Wait, hold on. Okay, yeah. We could. All right, I downloaded it, and we're rating it from this downloaded version. Thank you to all of my friends who have supported me and this cause. Thank you to all of my friends who have supported me and this cause by reposting this picture. This is obviously not the type of selfie you expect to see on Instagram, but the stigma surrounding DV has to stop. We feel a sense of embarrassment. We blame ourselves. We want to hide. I stopped today. I deleted Ryan. Is that? Oh, I dated Ryan of RIPNDIP on and off for the past 2 years. And then she just shared a photo of her like face being beat. Damn, bro. This is sad.
Is an abuser of women. You can pause and read what this is his ex-girlfriend that he abused.
The TikTok lady couldn't be fucked to zoom in.
He actually started this company, like the designs of the cat, and there's an alien too. If you've seen Rip and Dip merch, there's an alien that smokes a little bit of ganja, you know. But so him and his friends designed it, and when it came time to make the company, he didn't include his friends.
Ooh, that's not nice.
Yeah, and like they helped design it. And in case you were wondering, this is what Ryan O'Connor looks like.
I don't know why he looks nothing like I expected. I don't know what I was expecting, but not this guy. Am I bugging? Okay. Am I the only one? I don't know why I was expecting like pretty much the exact opposite. Like maybe some glasses, a big juicy beard. I don't know, but this is like not what I was expecting at all.
And he made a fortune off of Rip and Dip. He bought an $8 million mansion in Malibu. And his friend that helped come up with the design did not see a penny. So, I don't feel bad that, I always ordered counterfeit Rip and Dip merch off AliExpress. Fuck you, Ryan. I ain't paying for that. I'm just poor, though. It wasn't. There was no moral stance when I ordered those items off AliExpress, I'll be honest.
Bro, and isn't like, if I'm not mistaken, I remember ripping it being so fucking expensive too, man. Being so fucking expensive. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, Rip and Dip t-shirts. Yo, Pedro, what up? What's your favorite band? I'm making a video. That's a good question. Probably... I have a different answer every single time. But I guess if I had to choose, probably Bill Murray, to be honest. I'm not a fan of like their latest album so much, but like Bill Murray's earlier work is unmatched. Like fucking Solid Chub is so good. 400-pound back squat has no skips. I think like the last album is the only album that I was like okay on. But every other shit was just so fucking nice. Yeah, Rip and Dip. The cheapest one here is $40. I thought I remember it being like 60, to be honest. I'm surprised it's not Knucklehead. No, I like Knucklehead. I do. They have bangers. But yeah, I guess there's not much more to add there. That is the Rip and Dip controversy and the controversial past. I'll probably give you guys an update on the story tomorrow, as tomorrow is Monday, and something about, I don't know. What the fuck am I saying? Different outro. That is the controversy with Rip and Dip. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you own any merch? What do you think of them? What do you think of Zoomies? And let's move on to the next subject. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up though. How did I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm not like tapped in with the skate culture, but I had no idea any of that stuff. Me and the boys hate Rip and Dip. Now I know. Mondays are the best stream. Why? Is it because of Jackbox? But yeah, I didn't realize how controversial they were and whatnot. Pretty surprising. Pretty surprising. Let's get into the Crown the Empire stuff. Mondays usually suck and the stream does it. That's sweet of you to say. Thank you. Alright, let me put these in order real quick. Oops, sorry, that was a little loud. Alright. We got the wiki here. Fuck Rip and Dip. That TikTok infuriated me so heavily. Why she could take 5 minutes to edit it. Yeah, there was like a lot of editing. I would say annoying and difficult until you get used to it. I don't think trimming is too hard, but maybe getting the pacing down is a little difficult. But like she could have like trimmed the absolute fuck out. Like that minute and a half TikTok could have been condensed to like 30 seconds. And now, unfortunately, Jenny is going to have to do it for her. You're making Jenny's life hard. Why are you making Jenny's life hard? Anyway. Wait, should I get some soju? Or is drinking out? Nah, maybe I should save drinking for tomorrow when we tier list it. For community night. Force has merch? Yeah, I got 2 of them. I got this, and then I got the one that has the crosshairs over the big Yahoo's forehead. Me and my homies hate the big Yahoo. All right, Crown the Empire. Actually, let me show you guys what I'm looking at. Crown the Empire return as a duo share Raw music video. Now, Crown the Empire has some allegations towards them, and to be honest, this band fell off. For a little bit of context, I feel like Crown the Empire was like a C tier band. And when I say that, I mean popularity wise, right? Like they had some good music, right? But like, you know what? I'd go as far to say even their music was pretty C tier. Like they were one of those bands for like my experience with this band is like during the Warped Tour era, you had like the A-listers, you had the Asking Alexandrias, you had the Attack Attacks, you had the Bring Me's, the A Day to Remembers, right? And then, you know what? I'd say B tier. Then you had the B-listers, right? The Icy Stars, the We Came as Romans, the Crown the Empire, right? The Miss May-I's. I feel like they were kind of in that category where they were like clouded enough to be asked for to play Warped Tour and like good fucking tours, but they didn't have so much clout to where it's like, yeah, I'm going to that show for this band, right? Or I would say clout and talent, because again, they just kind of fell into like the generic metalcore. I feel like they didn't really stand out that much. However, they did have a few bangers. They did. Most notably, what was that one album with like the dude with the gas mask and shit? They had like a few hidden gems in that one. And actually, fun fact, Post Malone was supposed to be in Crown the Empire, but they didn't allow him, like they didn't let him because his guitar was like missing a string or some shit like that. I'd even say I See Stars was way bigger. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. It was this album, The Resistance, Rise of the Runaways, pretty decent songs on it. But yeah, I would B-listers. I'll see if I can find some of the art they stole. Oh yeah. That'd be cool. Eating? What you eating? Didn't Post Malone switch the country or something? I have no idea. I heard the 2023 album. It was kind of cringy to hear. I kind of oh right, the Fallout was good too. Actually, I'm kind of like I'm gonna finger my butt for a second. This album I remember doing pretty decent, like or being pretty decent. But I think The Resistance, I feel like this is where they peaked at. Well, we have the numbers here, right? 7 millions. You had a 25, a 34. Let's see here. The Fallout. Yeah, they peaked at The Resistance. And they had like, I remember, yeah, after The Resistance, I feel like I kind of fell off with them. And there was a point where like their screamer, talented dude. And actually, a little off topic, but he was kind of the inspo for my haircut at the time. Like, look at this dude's hair. He just had that style. Crown the Empire. The Fallout Live. Let me see. There was a specific video I remember watching. It was like the Warp Tour Crown the Empire live at Warp Tour. I gotta show you guys this. If I could find it. If I can't find it, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that deep. Was it this one? I don't think it was this one. Did Warp Tour take down a lot of live videos? They probably did. But, like, regardless, this is the dude. Maybe we get a good look at his hair. Look at his hair. Look how cool. Look at his hair. Look at that. Hold on. Let's get a good frame at this fella. Look at that. He got a clean fade. He had to gauge it. Look at that. Oh my God. And he had the beard. I wanted to look like him so bad. So bad. Obviously this video, oh, there it is. There it is. That was the cut. This, I know. Okay. So I feel like this was the cut people got after like the long flippy emo hair got like out of fashion. Like this was like the next era for emo kids, the faded sides with the comb over or like slip back. Like after emo flippy hair, this was the move. Country slop? No, he was doing rap and poppy stuff. That's why he labeled a method using rap, black culture for clout and personal gain. And now 2010s core. I would say like, yeah, mid 2010s core. Yeah. Mid 2010s, like 2013, 14, 15. That era sucked so much. Yeah, actually, me and Yan were on VC a few days ago, and we were talking about it like this. When the bands look like this is when like metalcore was just starting to become like starting to get through, like go into this like weird gray territory where it's like the crabcore shit kind of stopped being in like trending and stopped trending, and like a lot of metalcore bands didn't necessarily know where to go. So we got a lot of like butt rock albums and just a lot of dog shit, for lack of a better word, a lot of dog shit albums. But we're going to be talking about that. Oh my God, it's seizing. We're seizing. But don't worry, we're going to get more in depth in that era in a future main channel upload. Stay tuned for that. Hold on, I just realized my red light isn't on. Let me turn this bitch on. Let me turn this bitch on. Why am I struggling to plug this in? All right, there we go. Oh yeah. We need that cool lighting. All right. Oh yeah, that looks cool. That looks so much better. That era was great for doom stoner sludge metal. I would say it was great for pop punk. Like during that era, during like the fall of crabcore, pop punk was kind of like taking over the scene with like the sad boy pop punk era, like the Wonder Years, Neck Deep, The Story So Far, Knuckle Puck, Real Friends. Like while metalcore was going downhill, pop punk was rising. It was cool before because it was the weird kids with scene stuff. Then in the 2010s, it was like the most normal Chad looking dudes trying to be serious with gent breakdowns. Oh yeah, the gent era. I think gent was cool. I do think gent was cool, but there was a point where it's like, okay, buddy, every band is like doing this gent thing. But like a band like Volumes is kind of killing it, right? Periphery, obviously killing it. Like when we're talking about like gent shit, shit like that. But anyway, the Warp Tour conversation is for the main channel. We're live, baby. We're doing drama slop. Born of Osiris. Oh man, Born of Osiris is pretty good. Yeah, I don't want us to stray too far away and just like reminisce about the past. The reason why we're talking about Crown D Empire is because they not only dropped a new song, but they came back as two people. And it's funny because if we look at the Wikipedia, there was a time where there was like, bro, so many fucking members, bro. So many. So it's definitely sad to see, but I don't think it's for no reason. So they shared the song and they they tweeted out, "Did we just make the heaviest song of the summer?" And a lot of people are clowning them. Someone said, "Is the heavy in the room with us?" Let's go ahead and give it a little listen. We might get copyright struck in. So what we'll do is just kind of play it 5 seconds at a time or some shit, just to avoid copyright. I don't want to get the stream banned or whatever. Is it good? I didn't even listen to it. Me either. Let's go ahead. Okay, it sounds like they're doing the whole like so far it sounds like they're doing the whole like Imagine Dragons core. And I must say, what's this? I don't know this guy's name, but he does have a really good clean like voice. His voice is really, really good. Wait, there was no breakdown or anything. Wait, what? Wait, what? Yo! Jacket with a goated reaction. Wait, what? Huh? Popular TikTok audio core. Wait, what? So heavy. I don't get it. Did they do that for like, were they engagement baiting? Soulless? Yeah. 22 seconds of soulless bullshit. Soulless slop. I think that's the heaviest white girl music. Yeah. Bro, I don't think I've heard anything. Bro, it has to be engagement bait. There's no, like, that's definitely engagement bait. I think they just, like, said that to fuck with people. I don't know. Play it again, please. This is light music. I want whatever drugs they're on to say this is heavy. Sorry guys, there was a lot of songs that came out in both ways that were heavy. Bring Me is redoing their, okay, yeah, it's engagement bait. 21 Pilots inspired is what this sounds like to me. Yeah. Yeah, they're trolling. They're trolling. I'm a mosh to that shit. Surely they were unironic and not satirical when they said the heaviest song. They say heaviest subject. Okay, dude. They're engagement baiting. But something that I pretty much forgot about that happened like not that long ago. And this tweet reminded me. So funny that it's just the abuser and the abuser apologist left. Yeah, so I got an article here to read about what's going on. And I'm curious to know why there too. Is it because of the allegations? I'm not so sure. Um, oh, I thought I showed titty for a second. So this article says Crown the Empire address domestic abuse. Blah, blah, blah. Actually, I'm gonna say what did a TikTok kid say for domestic abuse to avoid like triggering TOS? Is there like a phrase like DA? I don't know if that's DV team kid. Okay. I guess let's just say DA. I don't know. I don't want to give Jenny a lot of work with censoring words. Crown the Empire addressed DA allegations against guitarist and the accuser responds. Can I zoom this in so you guys could read along with me? Oh my God, that's a beautiful fucking zoom in right there. That's a beautiful zoom in. Excuse me. Crown the Empire guitarist Brandon Hoover and the band have both issued public statements after Hoover's ex-girlfriend, Heidi Ferguson, I believe is how you say it, has made DA claims against the musician via social media. After Heidi started making the claims publicly, a cease and desist was sent August. Oh my God. After she started making the claims publicly, a cease and desist was sent last August to deter her from making additional public statements. But she continued to share her claims, leading to the statements issued Friday, February 10th by the band and Hoover. Now, keep in mind, this was back in 2023. This is not new. I guess I just needed a refresher on what happened. The band writes, "We are aware of the claims made towards Brandon. We want to make it clear we firmly dispute this allegation. We condemn any form of abuse, including the type mentioned by the accuser. In light of the serious nature of these allegations, we have been working diligently behind the scenes to address them in a professional and private manner. Here are some actions we have taken. We hired an attorney to handle communication between the band and the accuser. An investigation was conducted which proved beyond a doubt that the allegations were false. Based on the conclusions of the investigation, our attorney sent a cease and desist notice to the accuser. Our initial intention was to handle these false allegations discreetly and directly. However, despite our best efforts, the accuser has ignored the cease and desist and continued to spread misinformation. Regrettably, this situation has escalated and we feel compelled to address it publicly." Yeah, because if you don't at that point, you guys look pretty fucking guilty. "We apologize for any confusion or concern caused by our silence, and we appreciate the support of our fans. Our goal is to provide clarity and put the matter to rest." Hoover himself also issued a statement concerning the allegation against him. It reads as follows. "To my friends and supporters, this won't be easy for me. However, I feel like it is now an appropriate time for me to speak the truth on the allegation made by my former girlfriend that have been circulating. As some of you may be aware, she has been making claims about me for some time now. The escalation of these allegations has not affected me, but my loved ones. I want you to know I wholeheartedly deny and all allegations and accusations of abuse have been made against me by this individual. After months of her continuously pushing this false narrative, I sought legal assistance to try and bring a stop to the lies. Ultimately, a cease and desist was issued, but she has since ignored it and has continued to post lies about me almost daily, just shy of a year. Abuse is a serious matter that should not be taken lightly. Anyone who has abused someone needs to be held accountable, but it is traumatizing for anyone to be falsely accused of something they categorically did not do. Every accusation this person has made against me can be debunked and proven false in the court of law." Now, this was back in 2023, so I'm hoping that there is an update because I am curious to know what has and hasn't been debunked. It breaks my heart to see fans I have loved for years view me differently based on a complete fabrication. I am not an aggressive person. Anyone who's ever met me can attest to that. Well, okay, here's the thing. I see what he's saying. Like, yo, ask anybody who knows me. I'm not aggressive, but like, dude, you like the person you are in front of someone versus the person you are behind closed doors can be night and day. So I think whenever somebody says something like this, it's kind of like nothing. You know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah, I'm not like, in what circumstance, in what scenario would you be like displaying your aggression for anyone you know to see, if that makes sense, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like if someone is like aggressive behind closed doors or like hurting someone, right? Like no one is going to come out and be like open about like them doing that. No one is going to be like open about them being aggression. Obviously, like there are people with anger issues, and maybe that's what he's saying, like ask anyone around me, I have no anger issues. But again, no one really knows what happens behind closed doors. But we're going to read what she says and see if if he has some sort of ground to stand on. I apologize to anyone who may be confused as to why you did not hear from me sooner. I was unsure how to handle this situation, as I have never found myself in a position like this before. I'm not perfect, and our relationship wasn't either, but I'm not the person she has portrayed me to be. When I read this, right? Again, we have to see what you said. But when I read this, it feels like, okay, like they said earlier, like daily for a year, and you just now are saying something. Like it feels like they were trying to probably ignore it in hopes that the accusation doesn't go anywhere. And finally, after a year, they say something probably because they're trying to do like damage control. I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing here. I love you guys and hope you will take my words to heart. Meanwhile, Hoover's ex-girlfriend Heidi has tweeted her response after both public statements were issued by the band and Hoover. Now, hang on. Before we look at that, what is this? Brandon abused his ex-girlfriend and she posted a shit ton of proof, but then the band got her Instagram taken down and bullied her into going private on here. They also said they had everything disproved in court, but they never actually went to court. Now this was again today. So this is the proof. You know what's so crazy about Diddy getting off, even with all the evidence against him? I'm not surprised. It didn't matter how much evidence I had, and I had a lot when I had to come out publicly about my ex-boyfriend's abuse. There were still thousands of people who did not believe me and helped him continue to terrorize me because of his platform and his influence. It wouldn't have mattered if I had 1,000 videos of what he was doing to me. The justice system and societal mindset is such that he would still get away with it, and he did. And these are some text messages. Meaningful that you can apologize. I guess it's just hitting me a bit hard because it was so much. I'm assuming this is after. I don't know. So much peace and happiness between us. I think I'm just terrified of it happening again. I'm still replaying some of the. Okay, so it looks like obviously this text is like pretty cut off, but it looks like she's just saying how scared she is of like him hurting her again. He says, yeah, because like when we're alone together and sober, it's never like that. Oh. Ooh. Uh, that's not looking good. It's legit. It legit only happens in a party situation when I'm hammered as fuck. And it's rooted in my current situation and thoughts, and all those demons come out. And unfortunately, you've had to take the hit for a lot of it, and it's just not fair to you. I think that's why Tree and Katie have also been kind of resentful toward me over the past year because I did it to them a couple of times. I don't want you to be resentful or scared. We just got to figure this out, and we will figure this out. Oh. I wonder if there's more text. Hang on. I kind of want to read that whole thing because is he like actually admitting it? Because that kind of looks like he is. How often does he get drunk? It could, yeah, and it's kind of like, here's the thing, if he says it only happens when we're drunk or whatever, when I'm drunk or whatever, how often do you drink, brother? Like, I think this is bad. Oh, and it looks like Ronnie Radke might have defended him. I don't know. Whoa, whoa. Wait, what is this? Oh, never mind. Being drunk does not excuse. No, yeah, no, I'm not saying that it's an excuse or whatever. What I'm saying is like that is like it sounds like he has a drinking problem and an attacking problem, right? And if you drinking is what causes that, why are you still drinking? You know what I mean? Why is it hard to find sorry guys. I want to see if I could get like the full context of that text message. Because yeah, it looks like the small tweets I find it. Oh shit. Oh man. Oh yeah, we got everything here. So this is an entire. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure there's no nudity. Yeah, so this is an entire page dedicated to canceling the band. I guess they have there's so much stuff. Let's see. I want to see if we could find it again. Hold on. I don't think there's any like full breast or whatever. Okay, here we go. All right, we got a bunch of text. I don't know, like, is there, like, there is obviously deep rooted issues and alcohol is his trigger. Oh wait, I don't think this is directly with him. Not to say it's not worth reading, but I want to see if we could get those texts specifically, because I feel like that's pretty much all we would need to. Okay, here we go. Here's some text between them two. Wait, what the fuck? I just had it. Where is it? Wait, what the fuck? I literally just had it here. Oh. So this is a text from Brandon. Baby, I know, and I'm not shutting down anything you're feeling. I understand that what I have done while blackout drunk is fucking uncalled for. Okay, well, he adds like while I was blackout drunk into this text, right? Again, this is all allegations. If this is true or whatever, he is like him mentioning that feels like he's trying to, I guess, not soften to, yeah, like, yeah, excuse, yes. It feels like him mentioning that is like, oh, by the way, I was blackout drunk, so was it really me? Was it really my fault? You know what I mean? That's what it's coming off as. I understand what I have done while blackout drunk is fucking uncalled for and completely stupid. I take full responsibility for all my past actions. I never want that to happen again, and it will never happen again. But for us to have any sort of normality and for me to not feel like I have to be completely straight edge, just for you to trust me in the slightest and be happy, we need to, wait, am I stupid? Wait, let me reread this. But for us to have any sort of normality and for me to not feel like I have to be completely straight edge just for you to trust me in the slightest and be happy, we need to just start now and fix it. Wait, what? Because I really do not want to just not drink. Are you dead ass, brother? Are you like, this has to be, if this isn't addiction, then he's like, okay. This sounds like he's like, you know, I don't want to hit you anymore, but I also don't want to stop drinking, even though that's the trigger. Why? Are you fucking stupid? Unless he's like, he has an addiction, he's just like a piece of shit, right? Because look, if you have like a legit addiction to drinking, right? Obviously that's an issue that you have to take care of regardless. But the way I'm reading this is it's kind of like there is no addiction. He's just like, I just like drinking. But I don't know. There might be, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm just saying this is coming off pretty crazy. Do I want to be sober 90 to 95% of the time? Absolutely. And I plan on it. But I don't want to be afraid to have a beer with a meal. I don't want to be afraid to have a shot with the boys before we play a show. I don't want that. I want the freedom to be able to do what I want, but do it responsibility. Okay, dickhead. If this is true, you lost that freedom, right? Like, if I was in Heidi's position, I'd be like, well, brother, it's either you, I mean, obviously, speaking from the outside, it's easier to say this, right? But I feel like if I was put in a position like this, if it's like, hey, man, I want to stop hitting you, but I want to keep drinking, that's kind of like, you're a piece of shit and I want nothing to do with you, because it's like, why are you trying to find a balance here, right? If you picking up a beer with a meal, right, or taking a shot with the fellas literally scares me, why are you doing it? I know drinking makes me hit you and I love you, but I love drinking more. It's like, why does it feel like this is kind of like a hard decision? It's either like make my woman feel safe or drinking. Choose which one is more fucking important, you dickhead. Yeah, dude. Yeah. This is terrible, man. And I want you to have the trust in me to know I can do that. It's mainly because the stutter, though. So much pent-up stress fuming out of me 24/7. If I was able to articulate my thoughts, I think I'd be fine. But that's me and has nothing to do with you or anyone else. That's my path to figure out. I'm ashamed for doing shit that I have done these past couple of months, and it's uncalled for. Damn. All I could say is I'm sorry, and sorry. All I can do is say I'm sorry, and we keep trying at this. I think I'll be fine this weekend, honestly. I've really been working on letting go of shit, because at the end of the day, I have no control over anyone but myself. My issue has always been holding onto resentment and letting it boil up, and I'm glad we are just having more conversations like this in general, because it helps. We are both very emotional and passionate people who are going through weird points in our life. Again, it's not like a full-blown admit, right? Because we didn't see her text. Oh shit. Oh, my headphones just turned off. Because I'm not like listening to anything. Wait, can you guys still hear me? Test. Hello. Yeah, you can. Brent Tatey, former drummer of Ground Empire, was also aware of the situation. Finally got my account back. Would you ever be willing to publicly stand behind me and say what you witnessed / knew about how he treated me / how he is? Oh my God. So this is Heidi to Brent. Absolutely 100%. I literally saw it and was shocked. Caroline. Oh my God. And then here, and literally right here is like, you can see it was like the DV stuff. Caroline and I had our problems, but nowhere close to that. I also heard it staying in the room next to you. Yeah, by that time it was pretty constant. Oh my God. Why do you think I went and got alcohol that night? I literally thought there was no way I could sleep, and the band was just falling apart in front of my eyes. Well, man, I don't know. You were on your own journey at the time, but you weren't ready to talk about it. But yes, everything he touched at that time was imploding. I desperately scrambled to hold everything together at the same time. I was so ready to fix things. Okay, damn. Let's be clear. Everyone who was around us knew. Bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. Yo, Charlie, what up, baby? I fucked up completely and I know I have a problem, but I don't want any of the consequences that comes with it. Yeah, right? Like, oh my God. Yep, guilty, Your Honor. This shit makes me dislike alcohol so much more. It makes me more pro cannabis. This is bad. This is bad. Wow. It's also crazy that he kind of expected her to stay with her despite not wanting to change, which could, yeah. Well, it sounds like what he was trying to say was like, yeah, I could change, but you also have to trust me around alcohol for that change to happen. But it just doesn't work that way, bro. It's like, let's say every time my partner picks up, I don't know, like a bat, a baseball bat, she hits me with it. And it's like every single time, right? I am now afraid of her hand touching that bat. Does that make sense? That is going to be a trigger because as soon as I see her hand on that bat, it's like, oh man, I'm in for it. Right? So with like the reason I'm trying to kind of connect to where like, dude, every time he touches a beer or a shot glass or whatever, it's kind of like a trigger where it's like, fuck, he might put his hands on me tonight. So it's like my grandma and that goddamn belt. Yeah, okay, perfect example. My mom grabs a belt, I'm scared. You know? So it's kind of like, dude, like if you grabbing that beer literally scares her because she thinks she's in for it later, you got to stop grabbing that fucking beer. You know what I mean? It's sad. It's sad. Last thing here, because this was Heidi's response. Meanwhile, Hoover's ex-girlfriend Heidi has tweeted her response after both public statements were issued by the band and Hoover. The heavy implication they tried to make in their statements that was found innocent by any kind of legal authority is mind-boggling. Nothing has gone to court. I have not had contact with the band or their lawyers. Absolutely nothing has been ruled in his favor, she explains. She then elaborated on the communication between her and the band since the allegations were initially made. The only contact that was ever made from the band or any lawyers was one cease and desist they sent me in August, which was an entire document dedicated to trying to bully me into silence by calling me names and accusing me of being an attention-seeking slut. We never spoke. She went on to add, no investigation was conducted. I have had no contact with them except a one-sided legal intimidation letter from their lawyer. Nothing has been debunked or taken to court. And if it went to court, I guarantee they will lose if I could afford an attorney, which they know I can't. As for the police involvement in the situation, Haley shares that she did file a police report and claims that the cops did not investigate and her attempts to follow up with the police were ignored. That is so fucking sad. Heidi also spoke on Twitter about the wealth of comments coming her way since the band and Hoover released their statements and added that she's in the process of trying to gather all her information in one place for those who wish to see exactly what her allegations are and what proof she has. Wow. Let's see if there's a 2026 update. See, I guess they didn't go to court. Crown the Empire. Let me see. Let's see if this went to court. Stay tuned. Stay buffering. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Is anyone else noticing how he sugarcoated the damage, but make it seem like it wasn't his fault while saying it's his fault? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it never gone anywhere. If the band was so confident that they would win this, right? And we know that they have the funds to take this to court. We know they have the funds for attorneys and whatnot. It's interesting how they did it because I can't speak for you guys, but if someone was making false allegations and doing harm to my business, right? I would do something about that. And they didn't. And it's probably because they knew if they took it to court, they would lose, and that would be public information, and it would be a hot mess. So I guess the route they take was just We said something, and let's just ignore it and hope that things kind of fade away. So that's why that tweet said it. That's what that one tweet said. This is an abuser with an apologist. Now, actually, before we close, one last thing. When did everybody leave the band? I'm curious. I wonder if this is what, let's see. It looks like people left. I'm not sure. All the allegations were happening around 2022 and 2023. Okay, interesting. On January 7th, 2022, Crown the Empire announced that their drummer Brent Taddy departed from the band on good terms. Which is interesting because I'm pretty sure that was the dude. Yeah, that was the dude that she was texting that said, yeah, I saw this happen. And then somebody else departed from the band on December 1st. Yeah, it looks like it looks like 3 people left between like during the allegation era, but it seems like one guy, what's his name? Hayden Tree stepped away in order to fulfill his role as a father. So I don't know if the allegations like kind of like or like was it, I don't know if the allegations caused these guys to step away, but that's when around that same time is when like 2-3 people dipped. So I don't know. Do what you want with that information. But sad stuff. Fuck Crown the Empire. I will not be giving any of their new music a listen. I think that 20-second snippet we got alone was just like dog shit anyway. So I'm okay. I don't feel like I'm missing out on much. That was that. That was that. Sad stuff. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. How we feeling, fellas? How we feeling? How we feeling? We got 2 more things to cover. That shouldn't take too long, I don't think. There was just an Ice9 Kills Reddit post that I wanted to read. And Electric Callboy did some drama, and we're going to get into that. But it shouldn't take too long either. Either of them, rather. The Slop Harvest is bounteous today. Yeah. Slop, slop, slop. It's just like I wanted to cover the Crown the Empire stuff just because like I remember like falling off with them after that album, and I remember they did that one Renegade album, and I listened to a few songs and I'm like, I'm okay, and I just never thought of them again really. And then I saw like vague things about the allegations, but I never looked into it. So I guess this was an opportunity to look into it as they're like releasing an album and seeing that there's only 2 dickheads left. And it's kind of like, I guess something I should have mentioned in that highlight, which I don't know, I don't know if it's worth adding or not, but it just really seems like they're trying to or desperately hold on to something they should definitely let go. You know what I mean? Now, before we get into the Electric Callboy stuff, how are we feeling? I should have been into the details that should we cover, but I'm high-key locked in today. Let's get into it. So Electric Callboy, I saw they posted this on Twitter, and then I went on Reddit to see like if I could get more information because it was kind of a lot. They posted, "Hey guys, you may have noticed that we deleted our last post. The video was taken during our set at Pink Pop. We found a situation funny and shared it because it made us laugh. The joke was about the situation, not the people. Unfortunately, some people interpreted it differently, while others used it as an opportunity to leave hateful comments and be unkind toward people in the crowd." So, okay, you're reading this, right? You're reading this and you're like, okay, what the fuck happened? Right? Like what is going on here? What was said? Like, is this anything crazy serious? And you'll be shocked to see what this is about. I feel like I should give a little bit of context around this band. Electric Callboy used to be Eskimo Callboy, but they changed their name because, as most of us know, Eskimo is not a nice thing to, it's not a nice name. For once, a drama about a band I care about. I Mr. Crabcore are extremely misogynistic. Are they? I didn't know that. Yeah, Electric Callboy. I'm not too into them, but they got on my radar because they went viral for they had this one song and they all had like bowl cuts and stuff, and they were just like this ridiculous, like very electronic core kind of thing. And I discovered them through YouTube, and I remember listening and feeling confused as to like what this was. Not like musically, but like I was like asking myself, like, is this a parody band? Is this serious music or what? But they're actually extremely massive. Let me see. Electric. How big are they right now? Yeah, damn near 4 million fucking monthly listeners. Like, this is it's ridiculous. It's kind of like the Andy Six Black Beer Sack name change. Why did he change his name? What does Eskimo mean? It's kind of like a not nice thing, a not nice way to describe indigenous people. I like watching the stuff they do with Tank the Tech. Yeah, Tank the Tech is like I forget what he does for them, but he's like he works with them some way somehow. He changed it because he wanted to, I guess. Then it's not really the same. Like Andy Six, Black Beer Sack, like he's just known under different aliases versus like this band, like they changed their name because their old name was problematic. They're like obviously not forced to, but changing their name was the right thing to do. Their tour manager? Okay. Bro, I washed. Y'all ever put the chapstick? Y'all ever leave the chapstick in your pants and put it in a washing machine? I did that with this chapstick. It's supposed to be Coconut Cove. It smells like. It just smells like laundry detergent and poison. I never use chapstick. My shit's always dry. Bro, chapstick will change your life. By the way, Jenny, leave that in. I like their first album on their Eskimo, but it would cancel them so fast, would it? And they're not from here, right? Where are they from? Like fucking somewhere in Europe. They're from. Oh, they're German. Mm-hmm. They're not good for your lips. I mean, they keep my shit moisturized. It smells like poison rub. It's all over my 100 gex, bro. Really? Oh man, we got to look into that. Avery. So anyway, let's keep reading this. That was never our intention. Well, I guess, yeah, that was never our intention. And it's not something we support. Music is for everyone. We've supported all genres of music since day one, and anyone who knows us knows how much we love bringing different influences together. Excuse me. Those people were there because they were excited to see an artist they love, just like many of you come to our shows because you're excited to see us. And honestly, if we were standing in front of the row waiting for an artist outside of our usual genre, we'd probably look exactly the same. It's clear that the post came across differently to some of you than we intended, so we've decided to take it down. At the end of the day, we'd rather have a community that is welcoming and respectful than a post that divides people. Take care of each other. Now, Vizzy, what is this about? Vizzy, why are they apologizing? Vizzy, did they kill someone? Did they fat shame someone? Did they call someone a slur? No, they did not. Here's the context. It was a video from the stage of 2 to 3 people at the front of the barrier when Electric Callboy were on. They were not enjoying it and were waiting for the next act. Can't remember who to come on. They were standing there with their hands and fingers over their ears, looking visibly distressed at the neon glory in front of them. The caption was something like, "You're waiting for," enter artist name here, "Electric Callboy, ... Was harmless fun and a bit of a joke, but the comments were kind of hateful, so I think it was right to remove the post. So basically, the video was just like people like this during Electric Callboy, but they were at like the front row waiting for the next artist. So they were just kind of like dealing with the shit. Like they were dealing with that just so they could get a nice view of the artists they were there to see. So Electric Callboy, I guess, just recorded them and were like, "Hey, look at that. This is funny. They're not here for us." And this is like the general reaction to our music, to people that don't listen to shit like this. Vizzy talking about video stuff, chat talking about chaps. And I guess their comments just completely were destroying the girls that were like not feeling them. So it's kind of like sad to see. And I think this kind of falls into that conversation that we talk about sometimes, where a lot of people, like especially bands they really love and are passionate about, they take it so serious when like somebody doesn't like fuck with whatever band they take serious, right? Like for example, let's say, you know what? I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example of when like people got mad at me. In my Hobo Johnson video, right? I mentioned how Hobo Johnson, while it takes a specific listener, right, that was there for his blow up and that used to enjoy his music a lot, when they listen to Hobo Johnson, it probably takes them back to the good old days, right? To the good old days, enjoy, and like that's what lets them enjoy Hobo Johnson. While today, a lot of people absolutely shit on him. They say it's ass, blah, blah, blah. And it was kind of one of those, he's kind of one of those artists where you had to be there to understand it. And yet it just kind of just aged like milk, right? It aged like milk. Music's not good anymore, whatever. In that video, I brought up the Big Four of thrash. And I go, yeah, I don't like the Big Four of thrash. I don't like Metallica. I don't like Megadeth. I don't like Slayer. I don't like Anthrax. It's not for me. And personally, because music is subjective, I don't think it aged that well. I respect the bands. I think they set a solid foundation for future bands and genres. I think they were very important, and I respect them. However, I'm not a fan of their music. Me saying that, I got absolutely... People were pissed. People were tight at me saying that, even though I feel like I walked on eggshells and was being very respectful about the of my opinion, right? Like, hey, I know they're popular. I know a lot of people like them. Not for me. That completely like had people shit on me because they don't like opinions, right? And that it really comes down to a lot of people, especially like the Big Four of thrash. I think they're a good example where like a lot of people use like thrash metal as like their identity, right? You close your eyes, you think of a thrash metal fella, and you think of like the blonde mullet, maybe brunette mullet with a jean vest on with their Anthrax fucking patch on it and shit and whatever, right? And because it's so a part of their identity, when you say you don't like these bands, they just feel like you spit in their eye. They treat it like you fucking slapped their mother. To be fair, Metallica and Megadeth do suck major sack. Yeah, it's like, and here's the thing, Z, don't say that in a public space. It's funny because those same people have no problem not liking classical music, even though it has historical value. Yeah, classical music, metal is rooted from that, right? And like, yeah, the same people will probably shit on that. Metallica and Megadeth are MAGA bands. Do you say that because of their audience? Because I do feel like, yo, George, what up, baby? Because I do feel like, yeah, they definitely attract a more conservative crowd. They're like Red State Rock shit now. You know what I mean? No, we didn't, Hillside. Not yet. Um, some members are MAGA, are they? See, I don't know. I don't know their lore. I don't know like the individuals, and I'm pretty sure both vocalists. Yikes. Take it from me, most of the time, metal fans are the worst. Lol, it's their entire personality. Yeah, right? And it's like, I get it, right? Music is your passion. It's your hobby, right? So I understand saying I don't like your band. It probably rubs you the wrong way. But if you get offended by someone saying I'm not a big fan of your favorite, or I'm not a big fan of your favorite band, if you get offended at that, it's like, brother, you gotta touch grass, right? Like you gotta like see the world, because I don't know. I just feel like it says more about the person than it does me. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay, yeah, good example. Audrey, big TX2 glazer. I don't like TX2. Hate his music. She's cool with it. You know why? Audrey is probably normal. I get it when you're 15, not 20, 30, 40. Yeah, and like me and Yan, we make videos that are like, most of the people that watch us are that age, right? 20, 30, 40. And it's crazy to see a lot of these people just like come out of the woodworks and be so fucking offended. But anyway, so this is what happened, and I think so. I didn't really know 1,000% what the context was, but I thought it was going to be one of those things where there was drama within the Electric Callboy like community, and them doing this just caused more drama or whatever. But no, it was actually like, I do think Electric Callboy made the right move to take that post down and do something like this, like announce like, hey guys, what the fuck? It was just like a funny little bit, and you guys just turned it into some dumb toxic shit. It's like, bro, like why are you doing this? Right? And I think them doing like making this post, right? I think what it does is it kind of like enforces like, hey, this is the kind of community we are, where we respect everyone and their opinions. Stop making us look bad. And I am curious to see the comments they have. Let's go see that post directly. Shout out Sosa Baby X. They just followed my Instagram and liked a bunch of shit. I don't know if you're watching stream. Exclamation mark socials. If you're not following me on Instagram, please do. However, I must admit, I must warn you, I'm not too active right now. I don't have it on my phone, just on desktop. Jenny, could you keep that in for me, please? A little shameless plug on my Instagram and the Viz VODs video. So let's see some of these comments. Late to the party button. The scene has gotten so soft. Wait, this scene has gotten so soft, SMH. What the fuck is that? Okay, Matt? What the fuck? What is that supposed to mean? What are you talking about? Wait, I think we've seen this guy, haven't we? But yeah, this guy, he covers like metal news and such, no? I'm curious to see his take on the whole thing. I don't think he spoke about it. But when he says the scene has gotten so soft, what does that mean? Is he being like ironic, or is he serious about like, damn, Electric Callboy, you're really trying to like do damage control to something when you shouldn't? Like, what is he saying? That's the guy I was talking about. I was in Glacier's reunion, I think. I saw it. Yeah, I've seen some too. Um, I think for the most part, everyone is like in agreement where it's like I feel offended by the people who get offended so easy, but I don't understand who is offended about what. Why am I confused? Is there something that I'm like missing here, guys? Wait, lesbian can confirm. Wait, what are we confirming? I'm 19 and I love his videos. The average Vizzy viewer is indeed not normal. I feel like, okay, here's the thing. I feel like my stream audience and my main channel audience are different. Way different. There's obviously an overlap, and I think most of you, okay, 1 in chat if you don't watch my videos, 2 in chat if you do. My main channel. I'm just curious. You did the dishes, sticky ass, took a shower. That's not very crust punk of you, Ghost. So Jacka don't, Z don't. Wait, what did I say? Did I say 1 you do? Wait, I forget. What was it? I forgot. I forgot. Okay, start over. 1 in chat if you watch main channel videos, 2 in chat if you don't. And I won't be offended, just be honest. 1 if you do, 2 if you don't. Sorry. Okay, so I guess regularly. I post every other. I sometimes do. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like, obviously there's an overlap, but I wouldn't be surprised if like most of you guys say you don't watch my main channel videos. You know what I mean? If they catch my eye, but not often. I don't watch you regular. See, yeah, I see. So there's definitely like I feel, yeah, two different audiences. I feel like in general, my stream audience would be a little younger. But if we look at my statistics on my channel, it'll tell us the age, but it's tough to really gauge because obviously everyone lies about like their age when they input it when they're so young. But anyway, here's a big one. Guys, I understand the apology and I salute the humble act of creating his post, even though you technically didn't have to apologize for the people's online stupidity. The fact that people have to choose to be rude online creates situations that is killing the joy of coming together through music. It was a joke, not about them, but about their reaction to the music. It was a matter of Electric Callboy joking about themselves, basically, but people took this opportunity to turn into bullying. Kindness is key on stage, online, and real life. Oh, wait. Okay. I get it. Okay. So did people think Electric Callboy was bullying the girls that were reacting poorly to their set? And that kind of opened the floodgates to the bullies in their audience? I guess that's what happened. I'm not too sure. But in general, right? We all know this. I don't think I gotta say it. It's okay to not enjoy the same fucking music, you know? And that's that. All right, let's move on to the final segment. Which it's potentially a nothing burger. Let me see. All right, it was the Ice Nine Kills Reddit post. Now, I just like talking about Ice Nine Kills because they are a unique like band in a sense of like they're very theatrical and very niche. It's kind of like Ice Nine Kills is literally the band you go to if you like horror movies and you like metalcore. You like heavy music, you like horror movies, Ice Nine Kills is for you. My headphones went off again. I find I know a lot of people enjoy theatrical shit, right? For biggest example is My Chem, right? The Black Parade, very theatrical album. That album specifically is very theatrical. It's very like, artsy, like art kid, right? Theater kid. Um, and while I do like some theatrical stuff for the most part, I personally, we were just talking about in the Electric Callboy segment that I might get smited for this. Personally, I think theatrical shit could be cringe. There's a fine line of like pretty cool and extremely cringe. And Ice Nine, I think, most of their shit is cool. But it easily falls into cringe territory. And I think I think this Reddit post is like people are finally either seeing the cringe or what, but let's go ahead and read it. It says new Ice Nine kills, implying there was a new song, obviously. I think the fall off is totally official now. I know some will argue it was official a long time ago, but honestly, I really did have fun with Silver Scream 2, one of their albums. There was a time where I considered them one of my favorites, but when a work of art came out, I'm assuming another album, there was a definite shift. I tried to give them the benefit of the doubt with the next few singles, but there's truly no defending it anymore. I don't know how you can release a song so quote unquote heavy and still have it feel like a soulless radio song. It's really not helping their case that half of these songs were made to promote a movie or video game. Okay, so is the complaint that they are a commercial band now? Is that the complaint? Because look, if you are a band with this hyper niche thing, which is again horror and metal, right? And let's be honest, a lot of people that are into horror movies, they are alternative kids, right? They do like cooler music. They do like art. They do like shit like this. That's just the kind of people that horror shit attracts. So if you have a band like Ice Nine Kills, right, that this is their direct market, it makes sense for them to have a song that's featured on Dead by Daylight, which we learned, I think, last week is happening. Like they wrote a song for Dead by Daylight, which is a horror game, right? It has all these famous serial killers in it. Even like they have like a Stranger Things collab, whatever. So it makes sense for Ice Nine Kills to write music for Dead by Daylight or a horror movie or whatever, because that's just a lot more promotion, right? Maybe there is a Dead by Daylight DLC that, that isn't doing too hot, like marketing wise. Ooh, I have an idea. Ice Nine Kills, they write a song for us. Their fans now know that they wrote a song for our game and this DLC. They might be more inclined to, like be into this product. And if they already knew, it's just like fan service, right? It's basically just fucking fan service. It's like, something I say, right? Now, we're about to get into a little bit of YouTube talk. I know some of you guys hate it, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. If I collabed with, let's say, I don't know, who's a famous out of my niche creator? Let's say I collab with Maximilian Dude, right? Let's say I collab with Maximilian Dude. He is a extremely successful fighting game creator, right? Streamer, YouTuber guy, whatever. There is no benefit for me, even though he's a much bigger creator, to collab with him, because these are two completely different niches, two completely different worlds, right? Most people that watch him, like 90%, don't give a fuck about cool music. All right, they don't give a fuck about these stories about a day to remember and Bring Me the Horizon. They give a fuck about the new Tekken character coming out, right? There is no real benefit to collabing with him. However, the people that are into both cool music and fighting games, right? If there are viewers of him that are also viewers of Vizzy, it is fan service. Our collab are for those hyper specific people, right? Versus if I collab with Yan, right? X the Yan. We are damn near the same niche. He's just more specific on deathcore. But we can see, I'm sure he can say the same thing. YouTube has like this thing that says like your audience also watches this person. He's the top person. He's the top, like me and him, we have a crossover in audience. So collabing with Yan, while he is the much smaller creator compared to Maximilian Dude, right? Maximilian Dude, literal millions of subs. Yan, 60K subs. The benefit of collabing with Yan is a lot greater because his audience that don't know of me and vice versa will guarantee be fans of both channels. Did that make sense? Yo, Jinx with the follow. What up, baby? Frost, what's your favorite band? A day to remember. Bill Murray, but the earlier albums. Starting a band, cool. What kind of music? So with all that being said, I that was a big stage set just to say this one thing. People that are into both Dead by Daylight and Ice Nine Kills, again, just using Dead by Daylight as an example, like I feel like that fan service will just make the overall connection from that specific human stronger to both Ice Nine Kills and Dead by Daylight. Don't know if that makes sense. But or if not, right? If somebody's into Dead by Daylight, they are going to like Ice Nine Kills. If somebody likes Ice Nine Kills, they are going to like Dead by Daylight if they play games, obviously. You should play FNAF? Fuck no. Post-hardcore? Nice. What do you play? Do you play the microphone? Do you play the guitar? Do you play the bass, the drums, the saxophone? Well, I know FNAF. I tried it once and I just didn't know how to play and I felt fucking stupid. Anyway, I know this topic is kind of beaten to death, but I figured I'd share my 2 cents on the subject. So yeah, so I guess this overall Reddit post is basically saying how they're saddened that Ice Nine Kills went from, you know, like a cool little niche metalcore band to now like just a promotional tool for like the horror scene in general. But I guess I said all that to say, the reason why I said all that before was to basically say this is inevitable, right? This is inevitable. I don't know if this was their plan, right? As a band, like, hey, if we get all the horror fans in metalcore, we can use our platform to just fucking make bank. I don't know if that was a part of their like plan or not, but a move like this was extremely inevitable, you know? I play goth and core guitar and vocals. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, if you, Jinx and Rebirth, if you guys have music to show us in our Discord, we have a promote yourself. I listen to pretty much everyone's bands that want to promote themselves. Crying in his pillow. Okay. I never liked Ice Nine Kills. I think some songs are pretty cool. But they're just like, I don't think they're for me. I feel like I say that a lot. I feel like there's a lot of fucking bands I don't like that are popular. What do you call it? I think I read a comment on here a few years ago when some of the singles for Silver Scream 2 were dropping, essentially saying, sorry, let me reread that. I think I read a comment here a few years ago when some of the singles for Silver Scream 2 were dropping, essentially saying that Spencer just wants to write metalcore show tunes for a horror-themed stage production, and I think that hit the nail on the head. Between the theming of the songs of the past 2 albums and the music video production values for the songs, it seems they are more interested in the overall drama, which is fine. It's their art. It's just funny to think of Spencer as just a theater kid whose special interest is horror. Someone says their live shows are basically a musical. Not the biggest fan, but they've found something different and are running with it. Hard to fault them for it. Actually, I don't think have I seen Ice Nine Kills live? I don't know. I don't think I have. But now I'm curious. Let's see what an Ice Nine Kill show is like. Ice Nine Kills live. We gotta like find one that won't get us copyrighted. Holy shit. A lot of their live sets they post themselves and are extremely high quality. Let's do live 2025. Nova Online likes TX2? No way. Nova is an emo baddie? Let me see, what is this? You started watching my video with Isles and Glaciers? That's cool. Do you fuck with Isles and Glaciers? I think they're fucking great. I don't know if I want to like maybe playing the music is going to trigger copyright, so we're not going to actually. But where's like who is this? Wait, I just missed it. Who was that? Oh look, they got like zombies on stage and shit. Wait, we might have to fuck around and go back. They have like cool stage props. What, I missed it. There was like a little, hold on, there was like a whole little, see, what is this? Okay, I know we just heard like a few seconds of that, but goddamn, that shit was ass. What the fuck was that, bro? Let's see. I wanted to see that zombie. Oh, here we go. Oh, check it out. So they got like zombies on stage and whatnot. This is cool. You gotta admire the love put into like stage presence. You know what I mean? I think someone that does stage presence extremely well is Tyler, the Creator. Wait, is she singing? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's super cool. Like Tyler, the Creator, like I think that's what separates a lot of like mainstream artists from bands, because bands they just come like do their fucking set and leave. But if you look at someone like Tyler the Creator, well, obviously he has a much bigger budget. Something like what Ice Nine Kills is doing here, you know, they don't have the Tyler the Creator budget, but they're actually like putting like stage props and like they got this guy here in the stray jacket and shit, right? Like they're putting effort in their show because they know you are paying money to see exactly that, a show, right? And a lot of bands forget that it is a show. It is called a show. You have to put on a show. You know what I mean? So like while Ice Nine Kills, I'm not the biggest fan, I do admire that like this makes me want to watch them live. You know what I mean? Like this makes me want to see them live just to experience this like metalcore themed horror or sorry, horror metalcore fucking musical. You know what I mean? Um and I don't know. I think this is really cool and it shows a lot of love. And going back to like Tyler the Creator, right? Like I don't know if you guys ever seen like a live set of his, but it is absolutely insane. And again, you can see that like there is a huge gap in budget. Massive gap. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, she scared the shit out of me. Holy shit. Holy. Sorry for the jump scare. God damn, I was so locked in. I was so locked in the fucking in the fucking yap sesh too. God damn. But anyway, so like check this out, right? This was the Lollapalooza set was absolutely insane. Like look at this, bro. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And I can't like show so much at a time without getting copywritten. But if you guys haven't seen this, like I highly encourage it. Like, bro, mid song fucking fit swap is crazy. And just like, look at this, man. Look at this. Look at this shit. Right? And then like the Flognall thing was crazy too. Guar was funny as shit. Yes. Oh my god. Guar, another band that I'm not a big fan of, but again, their stage presence is insane. They put a fucking show. They play a show. Yo, Emily, what up? What that fart smell like? Haven't kept up with metal scene dramas since 2022. Yeah. Dance Gavin, that's a video on repeat. Plus, I like the full thing. Like for that. Yo, thanks for the love, Jinx. You love Guar? Yeah, and Guar. And Guar is like literally the perfect example of what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, look at this, man. Holy shit. Again, huge gap in budget, but I know Guar and Ice Nine Kills, they don't have that Tyler Creator budget, but they're still fun as fuck to watch, right? Like, let's look at a Guar set. They actually went viral recently because they do this reoccurring bit where they like kill Trump on stage. I'll show it to you guys actually. Guar live Trump. You need a Discord? There you go. There you go. Like, look, they always get there's always some controversy when they do this bit, but like, look, they got the big, like, they got the mask, they got the fits. Here they got Trump. Guar, Slam, tell me if I'm wrong. Guar, they got like a whole lore attached to them, right? Like, aren't they literally influenced by like fucking World of Warcraft? Or am I bugging? Well, they were around before WoW, though. I don't know if that would make sense. I don't know where I heard that misinformation, and I'm over here spreading it. Oh my god. Not the bro, the security knows what they're in for. Look what they got on their dome. The photographers are about to get cooked here. I forget, what is their influence? I forget. They had a really cool influence. All right, so check this out. They got Trump. And they're just ripping him in half. They're literally, well, I guess we could do volume here. Like, look at this. And then he's like bleeding everywhere. Oh my god, they got it on the camera. Oh man. And then they had to cut they had to cut the recording because of it. So yeah, while I do want to listen to that new Ice Nine Kills as well. YouTube, if anyone in YouTube chat, you might not be able to hear this to avoid copyright, but you should be able to hear it here on Twitch. We're gonna go ahead and listen to that track as we yap. Is it this one? I'm gonna have to, damn. I hope the VOD isn't cooked. I think I'm gonna have to trim that at the end there. Oh shit, sorry. Can't fucking, yikes. I don't know, but with all that being, wait a second. I think I know the issue. Hold on. With all that being said, is our most motionless white, wow. With all that being said, is Ice Nine Kills cringe, or are they sellouts, or are they blah blah blah, or whatever the fuck that post was implying? Again, I just think this was an inevitable path, and when you're writing music for like a game or a show or a movie, right, or whatever, what happens is you like have to kind of like soften it, right? You have to make it more catchy, and you have to like essentially dilute the song if you're heavy, right? Dilute that track to kind of fulfill like the, what's the word? I guess the requirements, or not requirements, just to kind of like please whoever you're doing the song for, you know? Can you send the Discord link again? Exclamation mark Discord in chat. But yeah, there's the Ice Nine Kills conversation. I don't know if it's going to be a VODs video. If it's longer than like 12 minutes, it will be. If not, then you just listen to a stream exclusive segment. Fellas, I love ya. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Stream was food. Stream was food as usual.
Facts, fool. I agree. Lulz rar.
Okay, dude, what the fuck was that? Shroom was food. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna go eat my dinner now. I know it's late as fuck. Don't judge me. Don't judge me for my late dinner. Tomorrow we got some fun stuff planned, including we might fuck around and do another playtest, but on stream for the stream game. It's, for anyone that don't know, it's basically Guitar Hero. It's basically Guitar Hero, but literally while I'm streaming. It's pretty cool. I'll show you guys tomorrow. We've been playtesting it. We playtested it Friday and Saturday, I believe. But yeah, if you're watching the VOD and you made it this far, thank you so much for making it this far. What are you doing? Not liking and not subbing. Much love, guys. Catch you tomorrow and go get some bitches.